88, first on Guam. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adahi Itano program. Apply at matson.com. New Jeep Gladiators receive 20% off now at Cars Plus. Named the best vehicle for adventure in 2024. Get your Jeep Gladiator today at Cars Plus. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, serving your local breakfast, lunch, and dinner favorites for over 45 years.
Ahead on KUAM News Primetime.
$303,393,921.
Can education officials justify the Guam Department of Education's $303.3 million budget request? Senators now mulling over the increased ask for fiscal year 2025.
Plus, police need the community's help to identify a woman killed in a hit-and-run crash in Dededo Friday night.
And the stage is set as the island gets ready to celebrate 80 years since being liberated from Japanese occupation. I'm Shauna Murato with the story on this year's Liberation Queen.
Hafa and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Thank you so much for starting your week with us.
Well, more than $300 million to serve your children in public schools, the governor of Guam's largest agency, pushing the funding before senators today.
Senators probing the Guam Department of Education's budget hike after a dip in its student population and significant changes underway.
$303.3 million. That's how much the Guam Department of Education is requesting from the legislature for fiscal year 2025. It's an increase of about $56 million more than Guam DOE's budget request last year, amid a decline in student enrollment and the consolidation of its facilities on the horizon. Senators asking education officials to justify its request considering these factors.
Our employee expenses have gone up individually a great deal between salary levels, reimbursement for retirement benefits. Those expenses have gone up as well.
Superintendent Dr. Kenneth Swanson noting those specific mandated payroll increases, including the 22% general pay plan, the 24% attorney pay plan, and the 18% pay plan for nurses. The agency also utilizing cross-leveling initiatives to better align with fewer students in the classrooms.
Mid-year, we assigned, I think we reassigned 39 teachers that were underutilized where they were basically excess and put them into an environment where they were needed. We're doing the same thing with administrative staff this year, realigning that for assistant principals and principals depending on the enrollment of the school.
As for updates on right-sizing, still no official word on which schools would be impacted.
I see the option to realign a couple of schools by changing the grade level configuration that would provide better coverage and less commute time for everybody involved.
Meantime, GDOE's budget request breaks down as follows. Personnel at $250.4 million, operations at $25.4 million, utilities at $27.2 million, and capital outlay at $0.3 million.
Meantime, Bill 317 was introduced today. The measure would allow Guam DOE schools awaiting public health inspections to continue to operate next school year.
This as 19 schools are mandated to be inspected by public health by June 30th or they cannot open their doors.
In other news, new details into a viral video that involved Guam police officers captured making an arrest.
The cop seen kicking the man on the ground apparently is known on the force for similar violent incidences while on duty. Those sources tell KUAM those incidents were never investigated by GPD management. The viral video had many of you sounding off on our social media. It showed a man on the ground being kicked and repeatedly tasered by Guam police officers. As we reported, the video is from an incident that occurred last Thursday evening, sparking concerns of police brutality and excessive force. The officers remain on duty while an internal affairs investigation is underway.
And while the viral video was brought up briefly by lawmakers, with Chief of Police Stephen Ignacio saying they're keeping on top of things. During the Guam Police Department budget hearing Monday afternoon, lawmakers brought up the 25% retention pay, referring to a letter out of the Department of Administration to the governor of Guam, recommending the adjustment, but citing other factors may contribute to attrition, such as working conditions, unprofessional supervision, or excessive or unsocial hours.
Working conditions is a very important thing. That's one of the things that Colonel Knight and the majors discuss frequently is with the shortage that we have, we're requiring officers to work beyond a regular 43-hour work week. Just supporting the Safe Schools initiative costs a lot of money, but really besides the money, it's the toll that it takes on the officers, having to come in that extra 12 hours a week. And so we've actually had to make sure that we keep a cap on our overtime for the officers. Not for saving money, but really to help that officer recuperate, because the last thing you need on duty is a fatigued officer who's just overworked and just tired, you know.
Note that GPD is requesting $55 million, with $12.5 million to go toward $9 million for personnel, $1.5 million for the Safe Schools, and $2 million for the Crime Lab. A woman who was hit by a car while crossing the street in Dededo has died. Investigators now need your help to identify her. The crash happened around 8:30 p.m. Friday on Route 16 near the Micronesia Mall. Guam Police Highway Patrol investigators say the driver of an SUV fled after hitting the pedestrian as she was crossing the street. Medics with the Guam Fire Department rushed the unidentified woman to the Guam Regional Medical City. She died from her injuries 2 hours after that crash. Authorities say the driver later turned himself in at the Dededo precinct. No arrests have been made. This marking the fourth traffic-related death of the year. Police asking anyone who can help to ID the woman to call 671-475-8643.
A national report is in on the American Red Cross recovery efforts on Typhoon Mawar.
This comes now more than 1 year after the storm left quite the damage in its wake. The American Red Cross National announcing $13 million was spent on Mawar recovery. Additionally, 342,000 meals were handed out, along with 30,000 overnight stays for those displaced. The Red Cross helped a total of 27,000 people to receive recovery and financial support. Guam Chapter CEO Chita Blaze and Governor Lilian Guerrero discussed the report during a meeting at Adelup today.
Our deepest thanks to everyone who has played a part in our recovery. Your collective efforts have brought hope and light to our community in its darkest hour. Together we will rebuild, renew, and rise again.
When people are faced with emergencies, they are very scared. People are very scared. They're scared for their lives. They're scared for their properties. They're scared for their safety. They're scared about, where am I going to get my next meal? What am I going to do? My house is falling apart. It has been devastated by the strong winds of the typhoon. But American Red Cross always comes to give them a piece of calmness and a piece of security and a piece of direction.
Mawar was one of the strongest storms to hit the island since Pong Songwa in 2002. About 300 Red Cross volunteers stepped in to help families in need.
Senators could move for an override on multiple bills vetoed by the governor, including one to build a new hospital in Tumuning.
And Biba, Guam, the island gearing up for the 80th Liberation Day celebration, just weeks away.
Kmart, your 24-hour superstore since 1995. Always there for you day or night. At Kmart, we're committed to offering you an extensive selection of products at prices you won't find anywhere else. From the essential to the exceptional, our aisles are alive with possibility. Bloom with confidence, style, and savings this spring. Discover stylish clothing that fits your budget without compromising on quality. From trendy pieces to timeless classics, find the perfect look for every member of your family without spending a fortune. Then pamper yourself with our selection of essentials from nourishing shampoos to rejuvenating beauty products and soaps. And let imagination soar with our selection of toys and games for kids of all ages. At Kmart, experience the thrill of discovery as you explore our aisles, filled with a variety of quality products that cater to your every need. From groceries to home goods to outdoor essentials, we are the ultimate one-stop shop. Dive into an unparalleled shopping experience where quality, variety, and savings await at every turn. Shop smart, save big at Kmart, your 24-hour superstore.
You think KFC's new Cheetah isn't pizza because it's made with crispy fried chicken? You think the marinara, mozzarella, and pepperoni aren't enough? Well, you're right. It's not pizza. It's Cheetah. Only at KFC.
46 days left until the August 3rd primary election.
KUAM is your source for Decision 2024 election coverage. This week on The Hub, we bring you the first of 5 rounds of interviews with the candidates hoping to lead in the 38th Guam legislature. The senatorial candidates speaking with us on Wednesday are Republicans Vince Borja, William Payne, and incumbent Chris Duenas.
On the Democratic ticket, the candidates joining us this week are both incumbents, Joe St. Augustine and Will Parkinson. Hear what they have to say to the voters this Wednesday on The Hub following KUAM News Primetime, and get registered to vote. Visit gec.guam.gov for more.
The vetoed bill that would have required a new hospital be built in Tamuning is up for discussion during this month's session. Senators including a total of 10 measures vetoed by the governor on their agenda. This includes Bill 185, which would mandate any new hospital constructed under the Guam 21st Century Healthcare Act of 2021 be built in Tamuning.
The administration has repeatedly turned down proposals to build a new medical complex in Tamuning and instead pushed for one in Edagaga in the Barrigada-Manilao area. The session is set to begin next Monday, June 24th at 9 a.m. "80 years since Guam was liberated, it will all start on July 17th at the Guam Museum, which will host a World War II virtual experience through July 20th. On July 19th, a mass is planned at the Cathedral Basilica, a unified memorial at Plaza de España, and a static display that will include more than 3,000 luminaries. That static display, we were told, will be in place through the 21st. Then, there's a block party also happening at the Chamorro Village Huts at Paseo on July 20th and 21st. That goes down at 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
And get your float ideas all together on July 21st, Sunday. The parade floats and performers will line Marine Corps Drive from Adaloop toward Chamorro Village. It all gets started at 8 a.m. that day. But among the main attractions, each celebration comes the crowning of the Liberation Queen. KUAM intern Shauna Murato joins us in studio with more on the Royal Court.
For Guam, summertime means Liberation Day festivities and crowning our newest Liberation Day Queen. And this year, representing the village of Manilao, our queen is Leila Cabrini Delgado Espinal. Along her journey to the crown, Espinal fundraised, getting more than $52,000, allowing her to secure the top title among the 80th Liberation Day Royal Court. The 2024 Liberation Princesses also collecting a total of $173,784 for this year's festivities. Congratulations to Royal Princess Aliyah Benin of Santa Rita Sumay and Princesses Mara Mendiola of Tamuning, Patricia Leon Guerrero of Pidi, Nevea Finona of Derrido, and Gianna Gutierrez of Asamaina. While the money raised will support the needs of the celebration, a portion will also go to this year's candidates and sponsors. The Queen's coronation is set for July 7th at Hilton Guam Resort and Spa. The community will also get to see Queen Layla and the rest of the royal court on the parade route as we celebrate Guam's 80th liberation in Hagåtña. For now, I'm Shauna Morato for KUAM News.
Thanks, Shauna. For a full list on how you can participate in the 80th Liberation Celebration, visit this story on KUAM.com. Well, we are now just a few days away from the return of the GAC's Guam art exhibit. The Dusit Place, formerly the Plaza Shopping Center, will play host to the summer showcase GAC's Now. Opening night is this Thursday, June 20th, and this year's exhibit will pay homage to the great community of artists that set the foundation for GAC's while paving the way for new and emerging creatives.
If you're an organization or an individual who wants to get involved and be an ally for the arts, email guamartexhibit@gmail.com. We've also got the links to participate or volunteer on this story on KUAM.com. The showcase will run from June 20th, that's this Thursday, until the end of the month. KUAM will also be bringing you all the excitement from GAC's as we celebrate the island's creatives.
Head of the class of 2024 is proudly presented by Office Smart. For all your craft and supply needs, visit them at the Star Building in Upper Tumon today.
We celebrate all the graduates from the class of 2024, and in the summer feature, Head of the Class, we recognize the top students from public and private schools.
We continue tonight with the valedictorian and salutatorian from the home of the CX.
Hafa, my name is Gianni Lalawata, and I am the valedictorian here at Career Tech High. I am also an intern at Hilton Guam Resort and Spa. I would definitely have to say it was during the internship, and it was our Team Member of the Year party, and it was really nice seeing how even in high school, here we have a lot of community events, and they like to make sure that everybody's interacting with each other and making sure that everybody's happy. It was really nice to know that after high school, when I go into the workplace, there are still people that's going to be trying to make sure that the community is a community and that everybody's happy and doing well. I would definitely have to say my vocal lessons teacher, Miss Lo Cruz. She taught me how, with the vocal lessons that she was teaching me, she showed me about how the way that you shape your mouth can change the sound that comes out of your voice sounds like. It changes it. And I translated that in the workplace because before I was a really, really shy person, and I just tried to use that lesson in real life, like the way I hold myself up, the way that I walk, the way that I speak, the way that I lift my head when I try to look into the eyes of others. It changes the way that I sound. I sound more confident, I sound more sure of myself, and I was really glad that I was able to use that lesson in real life. And I don't even think she knows that that changed me so much, but it really did, and I'm really thankful for that. I do plan on still staying at Hilton, but I also do want to go to college to major in business management, and I also really, really would love to travel. I just would love to go around experiencing different cultures and meeting different kinds of people, learning how to interact with others, and it's just really good. And I can use that at work too, because I do interact with a lot of different kinds of people from different walks of life. I would definitely say not to stress out too much and to try and find balance between studying and spending time with your friends. A lot of the times we're only focusing on one thing, but it's very important to make sure that it's balanced. Because for me, I was completely focused on studying and that stressed me out. I lost a lot of my hair. But it's good to make sure that you balance it because, you know, you're going to be at school and you're not going to be there for a long time. It's going to feel like it is, but it's really not. The time's going to fly by so fast, and if you're solely focusing on one thing, you're going to realize that you missed out on so much on the other. It's going to feel like you wasted your time. So just make sure to find that balance and you will be okay.
Hi, I'm Haley Matsunoya. I am a salutatorian here at Career Tech High. I am also a student and a senior. I would say I grew as a person taking an internship that opened my perspective of how the real world is, and I've also enjoyed meeting my friends here at school that I've become really close to. I would say Ms. Carmen Babalza. She has helped me to build and expand my learning knowledge and skills for future references or better opportunities that I can get for myself. I want to major in becoming a psychiatric nurse or for a lawyer, basically. The underclassmen, I'd say no matter what, they can work hard, it'll pass, they'll make it. And just to know that no matter what, they always are the number ones to our school, and then I want them to be the absolute best.
Now for a look at your world at home.
Here's a view captured at sunrise from East Agania Bay.
When my career in 1999 took me off of Guam, I wanted to go and learn more. I wanted to gain more experience. I was able to operate at the highest levels of Washington, D.C. I was a Deputy Assistant Secretary at Housing and Urban Development. I was the Deputy Inspector General for Iraq Reconstruction, reporting to a Secretary of Defense, a Secretary of State, and 8 committees of Congress, both the Senate and the House side. Guam is how I got there. I was able to succeed because of everything that I learned. But I was always going to come home to bring that experience, to bring that back to Guam so that I could do something that made a difference. I'm Ginger Cruz, candidate for Congress, and I approve this ad.
The innovation you've been waiting for is here. Built on the 16X Cheez-It platform, it's the first flavor matrix stable enough to make a Cheez-It tostada possible, and cheesy enough to power the Crunch Wrap. Because if you want to change the world, you have to bring something big to the table. Think big.
But for Steve, this bag gives him food cred. Because now everyone knows that when they have that craving, or they're just looking for the perfect deal, well, they just need to follow Steve.
Follow him all the way to the new McTerry Deluxe at McDonald's. It's an all-beef patty smothered with teriyaki sauce topped with lettuce and tomato on a sesame seed bun. For a limited time, price and participation may vary.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. Whoa. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Find a plan that goes with your flow. Get unlimited local talk, text, and data at the most affordable rate with Unlimited Flow Postpaid.
I am in a good mood tonight. Shout out to the Team Guam contingent competing in the micro games in Majuro. We got 2 gold medals already, men's and women's 3x3. Man, we are so proud of you guys, and I love this gear, by the way. All right, I also love the events that we have for you tonight in News Bites, starting with our friends at the Micronesia Climate Alliance. They are presenting Tanay Animu, celebrating Indigenous art and native land stewardship. This is very, very good. Good information, good vibes. We want you to make sure to check it out. Guam Museum Rotating Gallery on the 13th, starting at 3 in the afternoon. Menzies Aviation is holding a job fair, and if you would like to see the variety of ways that you can contribute to aerospace, aeronautics, I mean technical, front end, back end, go to the job fair and find out. Make sure to check out. You must have a valid photo ID. See what they can do for you. More importantly, what you can do for them. Really good careers there. And if you are up in Saipan, the Commonwealth Cancer Association is calling all cancer survivors and caregivers for this month's support group. It is on the 19th, starting at 6 in the evening. Did I mention we won 2 gold medals? Men's and women's 3x3. Man, I love the micro games. Go Team Guam. We'll be cheering you guys on all the way.
Go Team Guam. Time now for birthday wishes.
Here's your Colts John Creamery Birthday Club shoutouts, which you can submit on KUAM.com.
Belated birthday wishes on Monday. Nothing wrong with that. We want to make sure we cover everyone who blew out the candles this year. So, happy belated birthday wish to Josiah Matabusan. Watching you grow up and become such a wonderful person is the greatest blessing in our lives. Love your family. Hey, that's a great shout out. Great job, guys. Amy D, happy birthday to you as you turn 30 with 3 boys, 3 steps, 3 siblings, and 3 youngest. For my daughter Punky, it's her birthday today. This was on the 15th, so happy belated birthday to Amy. And Sage Evan Napati Mendiola, we would like to wish a happy birthday number 11 to my grandson, Sage Evan. Hope you enjoy your special day, and we love you from your family.
And that's your Primetime Show. Thanks for watching. I'm Nick Delgado.
And I'm Destiny Cruz. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
After years of pursuit, a path-bridging adventure between our tropical paradise of Guam and the beautiful land of Japan has finally been laid out. With a mutual desire between both places to increase visitor rates and bolster tourism, we take you on a journey to sustain this sought-after route. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special with me, Destiny Cruz. Our journey begins at the A.B. Wonpat International Airport.
Happy day, everybody. It's Destiny Cruz with KUAM News. Today we're here at the A.B. Wonpat International Airport because it's the start of an exciting adventure with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines for what they're calling the Haneda Travel Mission, where we get to bring you along our tour of Japan to see all that this beautiful place has to offer and more. So pack your bags, scan your boarding passes, and let's go find your next must-see place in Japan. But for now, let's check in.
And after a seamless check-in at the United Airlines counter, it's through TSA and off to our gate. It's already looking like a packed flight, with local senators, mayors, and airport officials also gearing up to head out on this trip. We're all bound for Narita International Airport, and we'll be taking the Haneda route on our way back home. But before we say adios to Guam, we get a quick word with GBB President Carl Gutierrez on the trip's aim.
This is such an important trip to not only showcase Tokyo, Haneda to the people of Guam, but also from the Northern Marianas. And when we get together in Tokyo, we're going to meet all the people that run Haneda Airport. They run all the various travel agencies. So we're going to do our best to ensure that Haneda to Guam, Flight 848, becomes sustainable.
Why is it important that we here on Guam sustain this route to Haneda?
Well, because, you know, this is just in the next 5 months, we add an additional 25,000 seats. The key here is that people from Guam can see a different flight right in the center of Tokyo, 20 minutes from the airport to Tokyo, a little cheaper, hopefully. And so we want them also to make sure that the flights are full from Guam to Narita, to Haneda, and Haneda to Guam, so that that can be sustained. Took us 30 years to get this route. We got to keep it.
And after a 3-hour-long flight, it's touchdown in Japan. A warm konnichiwa and a big hafa from Narita.
We are here now in Narita in Japan. We are now about to board our bus to go to Akasaka in Minato City. So we'll take you guys along once we get there. But for now, we'll see you later.
We're already off to such a fun start. There's so much beauty to take in on our way to Akasaka in the Minato district in Tokyo, Japan. You can even see the iconic Tokyo Tower from our window. And after a day's worth of travel, we finally make it to our hotel. Then it's a quick celebratory dinner with GBB and leaders from the CNMI. And of course, a stop at 7-Eleven to check out all the good eats before we get some shut-eye.
Okay guys, are you ready for this? Dun 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 dun! 7-Eleven! This is so exciting, and Daniel's behind the camera, and I know his heart is racing from excitement. Okay guys, do you see it? It's right there, in the beautiful glass doors.
The famous karage spotted.
So I'm gonna go explore 7-Eleven a little bit more and take these back to my hotel room to munch and crunch. But we'll see you guys tomorrow as we take a tour of Azabudai Hills. You don't want to miss it.
Coming up, a trip through the Minato district of Tokyo, a seminar with United Airlines and Japanese travel agencies at Azabudai Hills, and more. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special.
Guam is truly a majestic place with its sheer natural beauty, wealth of beaches, and culturally rich landscape. Unfortunately, Guam has a real problem with unwanted invasive species. Help us in preventing their introduction and spread. The coconut rhinoceros beetle, the little fire ant, the African snail, Siam weed. These are just a few of the numerous invasives on Guam. Follow proper custom procedures when bringing plants and animals into Guam.
Help protect Guam. Tell your family and friends about invasive species.
To report invasive species, call 475-PEST.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
Tokyo, Japan. It's one of the most populated cities in the world. rich in culture, tradition, and at the forefront of innovation. With a new flight path under United Airlines, city folk can now escape to our island paradise. And for us islanders, we have a quicker way to access this iconic city. KUAM takes you along to find your next must-see place in Tokyo, Japan, on a travel mission with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines. I'm Destiny Cruz. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special. We hit the ground running in Minato City. It's one of Tokyo's special wards. From iconic landmarks to shrines and museums, there's so much to explore here. First must-see place, Zojoji Temple.
Konnichiwa and half a day, it's Destiny Cruz with KUAM News. It's day 2 of our Haneda travel mission with United Airlines and the Guam Visitors Bureau. So we decided to use our free day to explore what this beautiful place has to offer. And we are here today at the Zojoji Temple in the Minato district here in Tokyo, Japan. Now it's said to be one of the most historically significant temples in Tokyo's history. So let's go check it out. Come on. All right. Look how beautiful this place is. It's truly amazing to be able to take in. Wow. I wish all of you guys were here, but that's why we're taking you along with us today. It's also a little bit rainy today, but nonetheless amazing. All right, so we want to give you some facts about this beautiful temple. This temple is closely associated with the Tokugawa shogunate, which ruled Japan from the 17th to the 19th century. Another interesting fact is that the grounds also house a cemetery where prominent members of the Tokugawa clan are buried, including 6 of the shogunates, or shoguns. All right, so another thing that's really amazing about this temple is that you can see the Tokyo Tower right there. I believe, I don't know, you might need to ask Daniel for the accuracy of how far that is, but it's less than like a 2-minute walk, which is so awesome. You get to get a piece of history here and then go and check one of the most iconic structures associated with Japan. So you see the Tokyo Tower on keychains and magnets, and now we're seeing it in person. So I really can't wait. Another thing that was really cool that we learned today is that there's a gate, a massive gate that was built in 1622 here on the temple grounds, and it's one of the few remaining structures from the Edo period in Japan. So it's really amazing to be able to learn and soak up all the culture here, all the significance, and we can't wait to take you guys along. All right, guys, so we're gonna check out the spot for a little bit, but we'll see you next time. We might be up all the way at the tippy top at the Tokyo Tower. Adios!
And not too far from the Zojoji Temple, it's only fitting that we visit the NHK Museum of Broadcasting.
I am reporting underwater in Japan. Just kidding, guys. We are here again at the NHK Broadcasting Museum, and this is just one of the cool features that they have. I'm in front of what looks like a blue screen, and I have sharks around me. I have what I see, a clam. I think a dolphin's coming near me. So this is just so awesome to be able to see how people broadcast from around the world, and it's just amazing. It's really like we're at home on set.
This museum is home to 30,000 broadcasting materials, including studio sets. But before we show you more, we now interrupt this programming for a special weather report.
Half a day, everybody. We're here in Minato City in Tokyo, Japan, and today the weather is looking a little rainy. I don't actually know what's happening right here, but we're just going to be drawing. I am not so skilled in the weather, but as some of you may know, I did get my start as a weather personality. So I'm just going to do a pretend forecast for you guys. So we are here, and it's looking a little rainy, but we're hoping that later on, it'll start to get a little bit more sunny, and that will make us happy, and all the flowers will bloom. All right. So that is what your one-day forecast is looking like at the moment, but we'll be back to check in with you guys in a little.
All right, I may not be a meteorologist, but I sure am curious. Let's keep exploring.
So you can also see on the screen that there's just all of these different things. Like look at right here. This is like our production manager's zone, and also Daniel's zone. Whenever we're doing the broadcast, they're in the control room. So I feel like this is, right? This is adjacent to our control room back at home. And we also see the set for the studio. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at this. So I'm gonna pretend like I'm back home giving the news. This originally is the birthplace of Japanese broadcasting, and in 1956, this world's first museum specialized in, of course, broadcasting. So the history actually started in 1925, and since then, broadcasting has greatly progressed from radio to television to satellite broadcasting to HDTV and digital broadcasting, which we know a lot about. The museum houses 25,000 items and 7,000 books related to broadcasting, which are displayed in rotation, which of course we're going to take you guys around to see. And next, we're off to Azabuda Hills, known as the Modern Urban Village. It's the backdrop to a seminar with United Airlines, GVB, and travel agencies here in Japan, all to promote travel between Japan, Guam, and the Marianas. Ken Kiriyama, Director of Japan and Micronesia Sales at United Airlines, was the keynote speaker at the seminar.
We are so excited on this new route. So two things I like to highlight is one is that the Haneda has the great proximity to the downtown, and that's convenient for everybody in the travelers in the metropolitan the Tokyo. So that's one. And the other is that this flight is in addition to what we already have in Narita, and it's a combination of Haneda and Narita. We have something for everybody, and that gives you all the options that you look for the travel to Guam, and we're so excited.
The night ending off with even more excitement with giveaways for tickets from Japan to Guam.
GVB is going to offer 3 pairs of tickets. But if we don't get 3 pairs of rooms from hotels, you can stay at my house. And if you're not satisfied with the Guam experience, Guam will buy you tickets to go to the Northern Marianas in Saipan or Rota for free. And also to Tinian. Tinian, you can walk across the water. So now I am going to call the most special supporters of the Guam Visitors Bureau and tourism from Japan to Guam. Our senators from the Guam legislature, 2 in particular with the Vice Speaker, Tina Munoz Barnes, who drove the first pair of 3 tickets, and then Kendall will come up here to join the second pair. She's very, very supportive of the Guam Visitors Bureau. This one is the LDP, and what are you? The Republican and Democrat. And then we're going to call the most beautiful village in Guam where you want to visit, and the mayor of that village is Tony Sarkara, coming here to call us the 3rd pair. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. This is the best of them, and just make sure you fly from Haneda to Guam, Guam to Haneda.
And don't go anywhere. On day 3 of our travels to Japan, we visit the very place where adventures begin as we tour Haneda Airport and explore central Tokyo. You're watching Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
It's day 3 on our trip to Tokyo with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines. This is Haneda Direct, a KUAM travel special. From shops, restaurants, an observatory of the flight deck, and more, we get a special tour of Haneda International Airport, not too far away from central Tokyo. Then a quick bus ride from Haneda to Asakusa for us.
We are in Asakusa. How are you doing today?
It's really good!
Really good today. All right, we're gonna try traditional Japanese rickshaw. So basically, they're gonna take us on this cart and pull us by their own strength. Tokyo Skytree.
And now to a dinner at Hapuen, where you'll find a beautiful and traditional Japanese garden. We're all here to celebrate the inaugural flight.
We're at Hapuen, and we are commemorating the inaugural flight, of course, between Guam and Haneda. So we have dignitaries from the CNMI, of course, Guam. The Lieutenant Governor just flew in tonight. So everybody is really celebrating this historic flight and why it's so important. So we'll take you guys throughout to the end of this, basically the trip, and get to see this beautiful place.
Guam's Lieutenant Governor joining the festivities after his travels to Okinawa.
This has been in the making for decades. We have been after this very elusive route for many, many years, and finally we have an opportunity to get landing rights in the airport that really is the most convenient for the population of Tokyo. This is the main airport that flights throughout Japan connect to, and it really gives us an awesome opportunity to expand the type of tourists and the kind of tourists that are going to be able to celebrate Guam. And the unique thing about this flight is it allows tourists to leave at night and to wake up in paradise, and I think that's one of the best things that can be done.
Definitely. And speaking of Haneda, were you able to get a tour of it, and what were your thoughts about it?
Well, I haven't done it yet. I just arrived this afternoon. I've been in Okinawa the last couple of days visiting the marine facilities. I had an opportunity to have lunch with about a dozen Guam Marines that are stationed there and taking a look at the kinds of things that are occurring here that I could expect in Guam, so I can make sure that things are going the right way and to be very knowledgeable as the leader of Guam. We have key people here. We have the head of United Airlines in Japan. We have the officials, the chairman of the board of Haneda Airport. We have the head of PHR. So there are a lot of players here, including folks that in charge of HIS, the biggest tour companies here. And so tonight's mission and the purpose of tonight is to give our appreciation and our thanks for this opportunity, but to encourage and let them know that we're very committed to this route. We're very committed to growing tourism, and we're very committed to recovering the Japanese market here in Guam. So I think that's good. Another unique thing is the packaging of Guam and the rest of the Marianas, and having an opportunity to show the Japanese that our region is one of the best regions to visit. It is so convenient, superior to our friends in Hawaii, but certainly very meaningful to the people of Guam.
Island leaders deepening their connections with those key players inside over delicious food and a traditional Chamorro performance from a Japanese dance troupe.
Something is calling, and I can't help it. That's done me wrong when there ain't no soul. Watch me as I go. This is my mood when I make a move. Watch me as I go. This is my mood when let's take a break. There's no use. My mood when I make a move. This is my mood when
Is KFC's new Cheetza pizza?
Fried chicken? That's not pizza.
That's right. It's not pizza. It's Cheetza. Only at KFC.
Celebrations coming to a close with talks of opening more flights. And our trip comes to an end for now, back at the Haneda Airport.
All right, guys, so it's the final day of our Haneda travel mission. We are about to board our flight back to Guam. Well, you know, it was actually a dream that you had in 2022 to get a direct flight from Haneda to Guam. And here we are finishing our trip. So can you tell me a little bit more about an exciting piece of news that you delivered last night? Is it true we're getting more routes to Guam?
Well, I don't know if it's going to transpire, but when the number one person of Haneda Airport, we congratulated him and thanked him for making this one slot available to United Airlines, which they have been going after for decades, as well as Guam has. And so I made a trip September 2022 with the airport and GVB members and met the top 3 people of Haneda. And one of them was Mr. Takashiro, who came last night. And we thanked him for having that quick passage when United applied for it to the transportation departments, right? But they have to sign off also. And last night I was sitting with him and I thanked him and he says, I'm going to give you 3 total. So, you know, when he said something like that, I said, I don't know who you're going to choke out of slots, but give it back to Guam because this is really an important thing. So that kind of relationship we put together with these people means a lot because Guam is foremost in their mind when things start opening up for new slots.
Right. And speaking of those new slots, do you plan to follow up and make sure that we get those 3 routes?
Absolutely. Well, not only follow up, he's coming to Guam on the 25th or the end of this month, and we're going to make sure that we smooth him a little bit more and make him continue to remember the commitment, not commitment, but at least the opportunity for him to say, we'll try to give you 2 more slots.
Right on. All right. Well, we had a great trip. So thank you so much for having us on this Haneda travel mission. We'll be looking out possibly for 3 more routes, right?
And thank you for alerting the people, not only in Guam, but all over with your stories as they came out over the last 3 days. Thank you for that because that's what exactly your purpose here is to promote that route. And you're doing a wonderful job. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much. All right. Safe flight. Let's do it. And after a quick 3 hours in the air, we return home after a jam-packed few days with the Guam Visitors Bureau and United Airlines. Sizoas Maasi for coming along with us. We can't wait to see you next time in Japan. We hope this KUAM special Haneda Direct gave you an idea of the possibilities in store for your visit to Tokyo.